The 7 Hermetic Laws, Part 3. As above, so below. As within, so without. This ancient axiom is more than poetic, it is a blueprint. A mirror reflecting infinite patterns across all layers of existence. From the swirling galaxies above us to the silent thoughts within us. This Hermetic principle, the law of correspondence, teaches that everything is connected. Every atom in your body, every beat of your heart, echoes the structure of the cosmos. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe, expressed in human form. Look closely at nature, and you'll see the same patterns repeating. Fractals, spirals, vibrations. The same blueprint encoded in the orbit of planets dances through the petals of a flower, the branching of trees, and the neurons firing in your brain. Just as a hologram holds the image of the whole in each of its parts, you carry within you the reflection of all that is. In the microcosm, we find the macrocosm. This is not metaphor, it is structure. Modern science now echoes what mystics have long known. In quantum physics, we see strange entanglements, particles separated by vast distances that respond to one another instantly, as if connected by an unseen thread. Why? Because the boundary between this and that is an illusion. Separation is a mental construct. To understand the whole, we must observe the part. And to transform the outer world, we must begin within. Your internal world, your beliefs, your emotions, your thoughts, they ripple out, shaping your relationships, your health, your destiny. This law teaches us that the key to external mastery is found through internal alignment. When you feel chaos around you, ask, where is the disharmony within? When abundance seems out of reach, ask, what beliefs lie buried beneath your surface? When love feels distant, ask, have I opened the door to love inside? The principle of correspondence is a call to inner work, not to escape the world, but to finally see that it is a reflection of you. The seen and the unseen are just two sides of the same coin. And here's the real power. Once you accept that the universe reflects what you carry within, you reclaim your ability to shape it. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are the initiator of change. The Hermetic path is not a religion. It is a lens. A way to see that transformation doesn't happen out there. It happens in your thoughts, your intentions, your vibration. As you realign your inner world with truth, love, and clarity, the outer world responds just like a mirror turning with your every movement. So the next time you look at the stars, know this. They are not distant from you. They are in you. The law of correspondence whispers, you are the microcosm of the macrocosm. What you heal within, you heal in the world. This is not just mysticism. It is the architecture of reality. And the more we understand this ancient truth, the more we step into our role as conscious creators of the world we live in. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. This is the principle of vibration and ancient truth, now confirmed by modern physics. At the foundation of everything, there is movement. Even what appears still, stone, steel, silence buzzes with energy at the subatomic level. From galaxies to atoms, every part of existence is in a state of constant oscillation. You, me, every thought, every emotional, vibrate at their own frequency. Here's what makes this law so powerful. It means that your frequency is your reality. Joy has a vibration. So does fear. Gratitude, resentment, love each carries a distinct frequency, like different notes on a cosmic scale. And just like a tuning fork, your vibration attracts what resonates with it. This is not wishful thinking. This is energetic alignment. When you dwell in states of anger, scarcity, or shame, you broadcast those frequencies, and like a magnet, you draw experiences that reinforce them. But when you elevate your state to peace, to presence, to love you, tune into a different reality. Vibration is the hidden architect of our lives. Think of yourself as a radio. You can only receive the station you're tuned into. If you're vibrating at fear, you're not going to pick up the signal of abundance. If you're vibrating at resentment, you're not aligned with compassion. This Hermetic truth invites us to become conscious of our inner frequency, to observe it, to shift it, to choose it. But how? Through awareness, through breath, through stillness. Every time you pause and consciously shift your emotional state, you are retuning your entire being. Practices like meditation, chanting, mindful movement, and gratitude, they are not just spiritual exercises, they are vibrational tools. They allow you to rise above the noise of the world and anchor into a frequency that creates the life you desire. The principle of vibration whispers that you are never stuck, only vibrating at a level that holds you where you are. Change the frequency, and the reality must follow. As mystics and scientists alike confirm, energy is everything, and everything responds to energy. When you master your inner vibration, you begin to master your life. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. The principle of polarity reveals a truth we often resist. Light and dark, joy and pain, order and chauzer, not enemies. They are extremes of the same essence. Love and hate are not separate forces. They are the same vibration, just at opposite ends of the spectrum. The same is true for heat and cold, fear and courage, success and failure. In every moment, life invites us to shift, not escape what we're feeling. Because polarity isn't about denial, it's about transformation. Once you understand that every negative contains its positive, that every struggle carries the seed of its solution, you become an alchemist of the soul. Instead of resisting sadness, you explore its depth, and in doing so, you uncover your capacity for joy. Instead of fearing pain, you listen and find the threshold of healing. This law teaches us something powerful. You are never far from the opposite state. No matter how low the frequency you're in, the other pole exists within reach, because it's part of the same energy. You don't need to erase your darkness. You only need to shift your position on the scale. And that shift begins with awareness. The spiritual masters didn't transcend suffering by ignoring it. They transmuted it. They learned to rise above the poles, to see life from a higher perspective, where opposites dissolve into unity. Because when you operate from this place of inner mastery, the world no longer controls your state, you do. Polarity is not punishment. It's the universe's way of giving you the power to cruise. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Nothing in this universe is random. Nothing. Every event, every emotion, every thought you name itis, part of a vast web of cause and effect. You may not always see the chain, but it's there. The law is always working. The question is, are you the cause of your life, or merely an effect of other people's causes? Most people drift through life, reacting chained to the past, trapped by habits, controlled by invisible forces they don't understand. But the Hermetic masters knew better. They understood. You can rise above causality. You can become the first domino. And how? Through awareness. When you observe your thoughts, your reactions, your patterns, you pull yourself out of the effect zone and into the seat of power. No more, why does this always happen to me? Instead, how am I creating this? That shift changes everything. Cause and effect doesn't just apply to the physical. It operates in the mental and spiritual realms too. Your beliefs plant seeds, your emotions water them, and your actions harvest the result. If you don't like the fruit, don't curse the tree, change the root. The more consciously you live, the more you influence not just your own life, but the world around you. You stop being a leaf in the wind and become the wind itself. This principle is the heart of personal responsibility, but also of infinite empowerment. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. This isn't about man and woman. It's about two cosmic forces that move through all things. Masculine energy is the force of direction, logic, structure, and initiation. Feminine energy is the essence of intuition, creativity, receptivity, and flow. Every being, every atom, every galaxy embodies both. Look at nature. The seed, masculine, must enter the soil, feminine, for life to emerge. The spark, masculine, must meet the space, feminine, to ignite fire. Within you, this dance is constant. Your thoughts may be masculine and linear, decisive, goal-focused, but your emotions, your dreams, your visions, that's your feminine side, whispering its ancient wisdom. When these forces are imbalanced, when you act without feeling, or feel without acting, life becomes chaotic, confused, or incomplete. But when they're in harmony, you become whole. This is the sacred union, the alchemical marriage within, the true creative force of the universe. Hermetic masters taught that true power arises when the inner masculine and feminine join together, not in conflict, but in co-creation. It is through this balance that you become not just a creator, but a conscious one. So remember, to envision is feminine, to execute is masculine, but to manifest, that requires both. There is a hidden force shaping your life, not fate, not luck, but you and a forgotten truth, whispered for millennia. The mind is the source of all. This isn't just philosophy. It's quantum physics, hermetic wisdom, and ancient alchemy rolled into one. And once you understand it, reality stops being random. You become the architect of your world. The father of quantum physics, Max Planck, once said, "I regard consciousness as fundamental." Let that sink in. The bedrock of matter is mind. This idea is echoed in the famous double-slit experimenta, strange, beautiful puzzle that continues to shock the scientific world. Fire an electron at a barrier with two slits. If no one observes, it behaves like a wave passing through both slits at once, forming an interference pattern, as if it exists in multiple realities. But the moment we observe it, watch it, it changes. It collapses into a particle. It chooses a defined path. Reality shifts when observed. The observer is not separate from the experiment, they shape it. This reveals something radical. Consciousness doesn't just witness reality, it interacts with it, it determines it. This brings us back to the first Hermetic principle. The all is mind. The universe is not just out there, it is a projection of our inner world. A canvas, shaped by attention, colored by emotion, and etched by belief. Imagine your mind as a vast ocean. Each thought is a stone dropped into the still water. Ripples move outward, touching everything. When you focus, you direct those ripples with intention. You collapse waves into form, just like the electron chooses a slit. This is mental alchemy. This is conscious creation. But here's the catch. Our modern world is engineered to scatter your mind. Constant pings, endless scrolling, fragmented thoughts. You're not creating, you're reacting. Not directing your mind, but letting it be hijacked. This erosion of focus isn't accidental. Attention is power. So when your attention is constantly consumed, your power to manifest your ability to shape reality fades. Science confirms it. Fragmented attention weakens memory, damages learning, and dulls creative clarity. Your mind is like a blade. Distraction dulls it. Meditation sharpens it. That's why meditation isn't just spiritual, it's revolute.